And I bet a lot of you that are watching this video right now probably feel like you're capable of more. You probably feel like you're not where you want to be. You probably feel this pressure of just doing more or not being happy with your situation. And that's such a blessing to want more, but it also acts as the same way things are good for us or the same way things are bad for us. YouTube, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. It is Sunday right now, August 6th. I just wanted to shoot this video just kind of as a little bit of a monthly reflection. A month ago, a little over a month ago now, I started my 30-day growth journey or 6-month growth journey. We've just completed the first month. First off, if you're watching this, I appreciate it. I want to list out two things for you real quick. The first thing is this is going to be a very different video from the ones you've been seeing. There are going to be no videos or no clips of me working out, me doing my daily habits, me working on my business. This is entirely going to be a video of me just talking to you guys, reflecting on some of my main 3 takeaways from this past month, which I have written out here. The second thing that I want to mention is if you are watching this, we are getting ready to launch on August 14th, that is a Monday, a brand new book club, something that I never thought I would ever be saying on August 14th. Okay, that is going to be for my Discord community, which is called the Elite Circle, where we are going to be hosting something called New Chapter. That is the name of the book club. And inside of this book club, every single month, we are going to be reading a similar book to everyone else that's in the community. The first book that we are reading is called The 4-Hour Workweek, which I believe is by Tim Ferriss. So we're all going to be reading this book over 1 month. It's going to help with accountability. It's going to help with not just listening or reading the book, but actually being able to take notes away from it, right? So increasing our focus. The next thing it's going to help us with is actually being able to implement these things. So inside of our community, which we already have accountability, we already have growth mindset stuff, we already have monthly calls, right? We already have a time management and productivity course inside of there. What we're going to be doing is we're going to read personal growth, productivity, time management, mindset books, right, where we all want to read them, we all want to learn from them, and most importantly, at the end, we're going to be talking about, hey, how can we implement this into our life, into our business, and into our personal growth? So again, that is going to be August 14th where we are launching this, but doesn't mean you have to wait because the community is already up and running. You can join right now. All right, so to kick off this video, we're going to be talking, I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. It's a thought of mine to one day have a podcast, and with me doing the 6-month growth journey, I thought what better time to kind of start the journey of a little bit of a sit down and talk podcast style. You know, a lot of people enjoy, I don't want to say this the wrong way, a lot of people enjoy the way that I communicate things, the way that I'm able to just speak effortlessly, you know, about some certain things. So I just wanted to go ahead and, you know, start this journey, but also allow you guys to see inside of my mind the way that I thought, the way that I think, the way that I communicate certain things, and what's just going on in my own growth journey. So the first thing that I want to start off with is is not forcing one thing, because a lot of times when we force that one thing in our life, it usually doesn't grow the way that we want it to. What I mean by that is, for me, come September, it's going to be 2 years for me in the online coaching and just like business space, right? Just all in general. And for me, a lot of times, especially a little bit over a year ago, and still sometimes, right, I go through a lot of scarcity, right? It's like, hey, this online space, for anybody that's been in this space, it's a constant battle of, hey, bringing on new clients, you know, staying on it, right? One thing that I've been using to describe it to people or family members is it's an absolute blessing, but it's an absolute battle. You know, right now it's Sunday. I have the freedom to be sitting in my backyard. I'm smoking a cigar. Being able to reflect on all the things that are going so well, and then also the things that I can learn and grow from in my life. I've also had the opportunities where, family has needed help, friends have, wanted to get together, and I've been able to do those things. Am I able to just say, hey, you know what, I'm going to Malibu for 6 months and I'm not working? No, I'm not there, but am I trying to build the life that I want? Absolutely. I'm working towards that every single day, every single week, every single month. But when I was going through my most scarcity, probably about a year ago, it was just every day was me working on my business, not even being the most productive, but really just trying to push down on like reaching out to people, creating content. And I got so much or so caught up into just doing the work where I was just trying to get the task done, right? And content fell off a little bit where I wasn't really posting captions. It was more so me just, posting videos or posting pictures just to kind of be like, oh, I posted my content for the day, and it's like I wasn't really living the business that I wanted to live, right? I wasn't really present in the business that I wanted to build. And that also went into, my family, and it went into friendships where at the end of the day, I was like, I'm not where I need to be, so now what do I have to do? Oh, well, when I go downstairs to hang out with my family, then that means I need to be working on my laptop, right? I can't go downstairs and hang out. I can't go out with friends. I can't do this. I can't do that, right? I must be working on my business. And what that did was forced me to just be on my computer, being busy, but not productive. I wasn't bringing on more money. I wasn't bringing on more clients. I wasn't bringing any growth to myself. I was just downstairs being busy on my computer and not present with my family. And I remember times where we'd be sitting downstairs watching a movie. We'd be sitting downstairs eating. We'd be sitting around a fireplace, hanging out with my family. And there I was, on my phone, on my laptop, not engaged in conversations. And one thing that I'm working on right now is trying to be my most present self, where if I'm working on the business, I'm there for the business. I'm with my family, I'm with my family. If I'm out with friends, I'm out with friends. Yes, it's an honor, it's a privilege to be able to, or a blessing to be able to run my business from my phone at some points, instantly replying to, clients or members or anything like that. But being able to be as present as possible to be with those that I care about. Because one of the main things when I say about not forcing one thing is because when I was so focused on my business, it wasn't growing. And when I was so focused on the business, I was pushing away and hurting everything else that I was doing in my life. But when I started doing more and more of the inner work, working on myself, also being able to increase my output within my work, and by no means am I where I need to be, right? And I bet a lot of you that are watching this video right now probably feel like you're capable of more. You probably feel like you're not where you want to be. You probably feel this pressure of just doing more or not being happy with your situation. And that's such a blessing to want more, but it also acts as the same way things are good for us or the same way things are bad for us. We get so caught up in the wanting more that it hurts who we are today, right? It hurts how we show up, it hurts how we act, and all of those different things. But when we can go ahead and step into that present version of ourselves, it really allows our time to be in the business so much more valuable. Right? Because now the time that you are with your business, it's so much more output that you get. It's such a better feeling, right? Because you're actually in it. You're not just checking off the boxes. You're not just going through the motions. And the same way for your family and friends. So for anybody that feels like there's one set area that you're focused on, don't just prioritize that. And I'm not saying, oh, with me being so focused on my business, when I try to create more balance, like now on weekends, I'm like, oh, I can't just work on my business, so I must go party and I must go spend hundreds of dollars and I must go do this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you are so heads down right now grinding on something, add in a 20-minute walk. Add in a 15-minute reading session. Add in a 30-minute call with a close friend, a person that's in a similar business, a neighbor, right? Add in a 40-minute watering the grass or weeding thing. You've probably seen that in one of my more recent videos. Because when you're doing those types of things, whether it's smoking a cigar, whether it's sitting around a fireplace, whether it's just escaping to the mountains, right? Something that maybe doesn't cost a lot of money, it allows you to have the creative thoughts of what more can I do? When I do go back and work on my business, how can I become more present? How can I get better engagement? How can I bring on more clients? How can I get my messaging across, in a more effective way? Because when we, again, focus on that one thing, we're so in the one thing that we don't have time to actually think from an outside perspective. Well, hey, why aren't I doing so good? Why aren't I where I want to be? All right? So with your situation, focus on more fulfillment, more balance, more time for the things you want. Because if you have that feeling of not being where you want to be, you can do so many of the things that bring you happiness and joy, but you're limiting yourself because you don't feel like you deserve that time. And all you're doing is just forcing more pain and more struggle upon yourself. You are secure, you have the network, you have the people, you have the resources to be taken care of, okay? A lot of times we put so much stress and struggle in our mind, a lot of scarcity, but it's like we never find ourselves actually living out those things. It's like, oh my gosh, if I don't get 3 more clients, am I going to have to ask parents for money? Am I going to have to get a job? Am I have to do this? And at times, maybe you have to, right? Maybe it does happen, but it's like you get to the next month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're like, oh wait, the bills are still paid. Oh wait, I'm still doing this. Oh wait, my clients aren't leaving me. I must be doing something right. Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, because you are doing everything that you need to be doing. All right, the next thing that I want to mention, and we'll be covering these topics, within, is the people you surround yourself with. And I started talking about this a little bit in the last one, just a little bit ago, was talking about, hey, adding in a 30-minute conversation with another business owner if you're in business, or maybe a 30-minute conversation with an old friend or a close friend or a family member, right? Just somebody that's about your lifestyle. And what I mean by that is certain people in my life, maybe you're not into business, maybe you're not into investing in themselves, maybe you're not into working out. So with me doesn't mean, I can't be friends with those people, I can't be surrounding myself with those people, but those are not the people that are going to help me live the life that I want to be living. What I need to do is find those people, right? And I've been so blessed to be connected with people in my life right now that are on that same journey, where when I'm hanging out with them, it's not sorry, I just have to keep this going. And I smoke a cigar once a month, twice a month, maybe in the summer, depending on what's going on. But hey, perfect time to ease the mind and just to reflect here. But I have no clue what I was saying too right before this, but to just jump right back into it, is the people that we surround ourselves with is critical to our growth. And what you need to do is establish who you want to be, where you want to be, the life that you want to be living, right? Because if you live, and I mentioned this inside of one of my high performance programs, is if you live in an environment right now where every Friday, every Saturday, your neighbors, your friends, your family are just drinking, right? Drinking, barbecuing, getting drunk, partying, and are not focused on how to create more income, how to create more impact, how to create a more fulfilling life, right? They kind of just live, if you realize, right, the average person lives for Friday, right? Everybody hopes for Friday. Everybody prays. Everybody begs for Friday, right? Everybody wants the end of the week. Why? Because they might not be fulfilled in their life right now. They might not be fulfilled in their job right now. And that might be you right now, right? But you don't have to keep living that life. But if you continue to surround yourself with the same people, the same environment, the same mindset that you might have right now, you're going to continue to live that life, right? So everybody lives for Friday. And those same people that live for Friday are the same people that live for, the weekend, right? The same people that live for the weekend are the same people that are just waiting around for the summer. The same people that are in the summer just waiting around for the winter, right? And before you know it, time just keeps passing by. And that's where you find yourself 5 years, 10 years, 20 years in the same exact situation, right? So if every weekend your neighbors are like, oh, come over, we're having a pool party, right? And it's more than a pool party. It's drinks. It's bad foods. It's a lot of You know, hey, how was your week? Just another week. You know, hey, how's work going? Same old, you know, same shit, different day, right? How often do you hear that, right? All that is somebody that's stuck, somebody that's trapped inside of their job, right? They call it the golden handcuffs, right? The work pays their bills, but it gets them to a place of comfort. So if you want to continue living that lifestyle, continue to be around those people, right? And if that's what brings you joy, if you enjoy living that out, do it, right? Do it. But if you're somebody that is like, damn, I want more, damn, I want to strive for more, I want to do more, I want to build more, then you're going to have to find people that are after that same pursuit. Because one thing I always talk about, and I don't look for any pat on the back or whatever, but it's like when you get into business, especially something that's on your own, right? So it's something online, you're working in your bedroom, you're working in your garage, you're working on a coffee shop. It's so alone. You feel so alone, right? You're just building it. And that's where you get stuck just going through the motions. You need people around you that are going to help you keep pushing, right? There was a time last year, there's so many days where I think, is this for me? Is this for me? Is this for me? Is this for me? Do I stop? Do I stop? Do I stop? That's what my mind says. But for me, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping this journey, and that might lead me through hard times. That might lead me through, which I know, some of my most fulfilling times, because I'm working towards a life worth living, one that I enjoy so much. Calls are the best part of my day. Helping others is my best part. Being able to get messages from people that I'm being able to impact, or even somebody that might comment on this video, right? Something I'm just recording here on a Sunday when I could be out at a barbecue because it's in the Sunday, but instead I'm here recording a video reflecting on my month. And what's that going to do for me? This video, maybe 20 views, right? 30 views. But what was that going to help me? Right now in the moments, I'm reflecting, right? I'm growing. My mind is expanding. The more I'm talking here, I'm getting better with articulating my words. I'm getting better at expressing myself. I'm getting better at just talking through all these different things. But also, what's this 20 views going to lead me to? Maybe 200 views, maybe 2,000 views. And one day, maybe my channel just might get 200 million views. Why? Because I'm sitting here in front of the camera, recording a video, putting myself out there, and staying on that journey. I've seen so many friends, and I don't want to say so much family, but so many people that maybe I went to high school with or did certain things, start an Instagram page for a business, for a fitness channel, for whatever it might be. And 2 months into their journey, or 2 posts into their journey, they stop. Why? Because they can't accept 4 likes. They can't accept not getting any views. They can't accept that instant, reward. For me, I'm in this for, and I'll say this right now, I'm going to be successful in 10 years. Now, you might be like, oh, like, what does that mean, right? Does that mean I'm not successful now? Does that mean I'm not going to be successful in a year? I might be, right? But when I set my mind on I'm going to be successful in 10 years, everything I'm doing right now is to get me to be successful in 10 years. It's to lock me in on the moment now so that I don't think about quitting. I don't think about stopping. I don't think about taking a step back. I don't think about settling. I think about pushing forward. I think about, one thing I always say is reflecting and being able to gather feedback. All we are doing is gathering feedback. You just had the best week of your life. Why? Was it the people you were with? Was it the work that you accomplished? Was it the impact that you had? Right? What was it? You had the best workouts? You went on an amazing trip? Oh, I just had the worst week. Why? Everything slipped through the cracks. I got distracted. I was on my phone for 14 hours. I got into a fight with my boss. I got into a fight with my coworker. I flipped out and got into an accident because I drank too much. I don't know, right? But all you're doing is gathering feedback. Okay, hey, you got distracted. What can I do better? Oh, I didn't get anything done. What can you do better? Create a to-do list, schedule out your day, write down your top 3 priorities, write out your main goal every morning. Oh, I was super negative this week. What could you do better? Start your day with gratitude, start your day off with a walk, start your day off with a meditation. Damn, you know what? My relationship just really isn't going well right now. Awesome. What can you do better? Can you have that tough conversation? Can you go on that trip to light the spark? Can you journal what's going on in your relationship right now so that you can bring some things to the plate with your significant other, your family member, your great best friend? Right? All we're doing is gathering feedback, right? And again, that comes with the people that you're surrounded with. Go to a coffee shop with somebody that wants to write gratitude, right? Don't hang out with the people that say, oh, why are you doing that? Oh, why do you want to get up early? Oh, why do you want to build a business? Oh, isn't that risky? One quote that I just saw from a good friend of mine's video, his name is Nick Wang. If I remember, I'm going to tag his channel in the description, it was a quote that was like, life is so risky that you're going to die. Life is so risky that you are going to die. You watching this video right now, I don't know how far into this video we are. I'm probably going to stop it real soon, right? Life is so risky that you're going to die. But you're living your life like tomorrow is guaranteed. You're going through the motions right now, right? So it's like, what can you do? Oh, I want to start a business. That's risky. Cool. Life is risky. It's more risky to stay in your situation and to see yourself put on 40 pounds and be miserable in 20 years than it is to say, hey, let me go forward on this thing that makes me happy, this thing that makes me fulfilled, for you to be able to live a good life. Right? Find the risk that you're willing to take. You don't have to go out and build a business. You don't have to go out and do something that's going to put you in harm's way, but do something that makes you feel like you're living. Again, it doesn't have to cost money. Go for a walk, especially in the summer, taking advantage of it. Do the things that make you feel fulfilled. Doesn't have to be the things that cost the most money. Don't think about traveling on the longest flight. Go to a local park you've never been to. Go sleep in a tent. Might cost 15 bucks. All right? Surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up. The third point and the final point that I want to bring up is think out of the box. Think outside of the box. Right now for myself, again, I mentioned it'll be 2 years for me inside of the online coaching business space. And in those 2 years, I've relied so much on creating content. I've relied so much on outreach. I've relied so much on one thing and just building and building and building, but I've put myself inside of a box, right? So often, you get stuck doing the same things over and over again, you know? And like I was saying about feedback, it's like, hey, why have I been doing this for a year and not seeing growth? Well, don't keep doing the same thing, right? If you keep doing the same thing and don't get different results, I think that's what a psycho is, you know, when you expect different results. And one thing that I've been realizing, it's like, I just recently had, maybe a month or two ago, I haven't handed out a ton, but I had business cards created, you know? And it's like, hey, day to day, the stuff that I'm working on can help anybody. Not just anybody, right? But it can help a majority of people, right? People that are committed to changing their life. So what I'm doing right now is spending a lot of time building out communities. Communities that are going to hold people accountable, people that are looking to manage their time better, get more out of their days, and ultimately become their highest self, right? High performance lifestyle, right? With their habits, with business, with their career, right? Growing. People that want more out of their life. People that want to, Project Life, build the life that they want. And for me, it's like so easy for me to shy away from conversations in person. Why? Because that's the tougher thing to do, right? It's easy to go out and put the post that, you know, oh shoot, let me post it and hide my phone. I don't want to see the negative comments. I don't want to see whatever. But it's like challenging myself to go out in person and be like, hey, this is somebody I think I can help. Check it out. Right? This is challenging me. Hey, go to a Dunkin'. Don't go on the drive-thru. Go into the store. You never know who you might have a conversation with. Right? I'm also challenging myself to have more conversations. Last month, I went on 3 free calls. Right? I went into a community. I said, hey, I'm looking to connect with different people. Zero intention. I thought outside the box and went on those calls, helped them out. One person said, Chris, I want to be a part of your life some way. I didn't talk about my bit. I mean, they obviously knew what I did. I didn't talk about my memberships. I didn't talk about my one-on-one coaching. I didn't talk about any of that. She said, Chris, I want to be a part of your life some way. She ended up joining one of my communities, right? She said, I want to be on calls. I want to be, because she enjoyed the way that I communicated, the way I helped her out. The next lady, right, that I helped out, gave her tremendous things. We're getting ready to hop off the call. She said, Chris, what do? You know, how do you help people? And I mentioned, you know, bringing up a few of my communities, and she's like, do you think any of those would benefit me? And I'd say, to be honest, I'd say probably my cheapest community. I said, what you have going on right now, it sounds like you're involved in another program where you're paying a little bit of money for. I said, I have an $8 a month community that's going to help you hold yourself accountable. There's people in there that are working full time. There's people in there that are going to school full time. There's people in there that are going to school and working full time, right? Trying to build a side hustle, trying to build a business, right? But there's also business owners, some running one business, some running 3 businesses, but people that want to be around like-minded people. $8 a month. We get a growth call every single month where we're talking about mindset, productivity, right? We have a full course in there. We have a bunch of resources, right? But most importantly, every time somebody new joins that community, it becomes stronger and stronger. So if you're watching this video still right now and you want to be in there, that's where our book club new chapter is going to be in. If you want to read that book, if you want to participate, I'd love to see you in there. And then I had a third person that just said, Chris, thank you so much. We didn't talk about my business. We hopped off the call. I followed up the following week. She said, Chris, I was able to get this done, which we talked about on our call. And I said, awesome. Have an awesome weekend. Right? So with that, thinking outside the box, that led me to 2 new members that I'm able to impact, but most importantly, 3 powerful calls where I was able to get to learn about them, but I was also able to challenge myself, right? To just hop on a call, be able to test my own skills, be able to see if I could truly provide them value. And when I found that opportunity, I was able to go ahead with it, right? So think outside of the box. A lot of times we feel so stuck, so overwhelmed in our single path, but what you need to do is be able to take a step outside of your body, outside of your mind, and be like, what's really going on in my world right now? Is it really this hard? What could I do better? What can I take off my plate? All right, because a lot of times when people try to, and this is going to be my last point because I want to wrap up the video here, is a lot of times people are like, I want to be more successful, I need to do more, I need to build more, and they add more and more onto their plate. That's how you get overwhelmed. To be more productive, to be more fulfilled, it's not always about adding more. That's a myth of productivity. To do that, it's actually about limiting yourself, cutting out distractions, being able to say no to plans, and being able to focus on you, right? Hanging with the right people, having the right conversations, working on the right things, and doing things that you want to do. Build the life that you want. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this call. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. Probably going to stop this recording. Probably going to hang out here for a little bit more because it's actually cool. It's nice out right now. Prepare for the next week. All we're doing is we're living and we're learning. We're all after peace. We all want to live a peaceful life. We all want to be surrounded by good people. We all want to go on nice trips. Right? I feel like I'm so close to a personal breakthrough of mine of A, just being in a better spot, 2, just feeling more secure in my path, but 3, more of the balance, and balance looks different for everybody. It's not just, oh, working 3 hours, walking 3 hours, family 3 hours. It's balance, meaning being with people and doing the things I want to more. For me, maybe that's 10 hours of work and 4 hours, 6 hours with friends and family and working out, you know. For you, maybe it's 6 hours, working 6 hours, paying the bills and going able to do whatever the hell else you want, you know, the rest of the day. So I feel like I'm really, really close to that, but I'm also really, really close to finding my groove and finding my rhythm. I hope this video helps you find yours. If you've enjoyed this video, if you want me to record another one like this of my next 3 takeaways from next month, or this month I should say, please let me know. If you've stayed around this whole video, props to you. Props to you. Thank you for wanting to spend your Sunday or whatever day it is that you're watching this with me. And yeah.